Howdy. Yes, it came on. Let's just hope it stays on. All of Carroll County was out, guys. Everywhere. That meant Duke was out and REMC too. I was like, please, please. So, who's all in here? Let's see. Nick and Crime. And is Lake here? Can you all hear me and see me okay? Hi, 10. Hey, Cher. So, how did that happen? Hey, Yorkshire. So, as you all know, I find this case very interesting. Hey, Otto. Um, I did as much as I could without interruptions. As you all know, we had huge interruptions today, right? I'm going to wait for some more people to get in here, though. Hey, Sharon. Then I had a big power outage, so that took up. I was right in the middle of the rest of my research. But I did get, I mean, a lot of it was repetition, everything I saw, but I think we can make a good discussion out of this. Oh, I checked on Pam today. I let her know you've been asking about her. She's been on my mind. So, prayer warriors, keep praying for her. And, oh, wow. Sorry. I don't even know who that is. Robocall, probably. And if you can keep my son in your prayers and thoughts. He is just going through it right now. Trying to think. So I'm going to wait for some more people. Notifications, I'm going to tell you. Thank you. Thank you, guys, sharing everybody. Crime said she went live today, and I missed that. I was researching. I was scrolling, looking, and I just happened to, when I did, Society's video popped up, and that's how I caught her live. I did not get a notification for hers or for Crimes. So I hope people are getting, or everybody's getting notification for me tonight. I don't know. And I know mine aren't working for a lot of people. For some, but I didn't get Crimes. And then even when I went back through my notification, because when she told me, I don't even see it in my notifications. YouTube is ticking me off. Before I sent, even after I sent you my thing, Sharon, because I always try to notify my mods, you know. It's good crime. Chris isn't in here yet. No. Hey, Lake. We didn't know if you were already here or if you'd left and came back. Oh, okay, Sharon. Oh, wait. What's tonight? Is it Wednesday? Oh, Chris is at church. I think that's where he's at. He said he'd be on after that, I think. But, well, I'm sorry. Oliver's on a roll. You know, the Beagle, Jingles. He's been here every day, pretty much night. His owner, you know, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the owner. Why? I mean, they did call him home one day, but I don't know. It upsets me about that. But anyway, Oliver, you know, isn't very happy. Anyway, so we got bad news today, as we assumed last night. It was the children at Chad's. Oliver, I'm really heartbroken over that. I just feel really bad. I feel so bad for the grandparents. They held out hope for so long. I feel really bad for Colby, Lori's older son. Didn't do your homework again, Cher. What am I going to have to do? Suspend you? It is very sad. I mean, you know, I think we kind of knew that, you know, but then just it being confirmed is it is different, right? Right. Crime, right. Lake did her homework. I think Nico did too, he said. And Yorkshire was familiar with it already. Okay, so we will go ahead and get started. We're missing a few people, but they'll come in as they can. Put me in the corner. Right, 10, right. Yes, yes. Yeah, I thought of you, Nick, as I was researching. The only thing is I'm not, I forget the parents' names, but, you know, it's sad for the parents in this case. Asha Degree, because she went missing on their anniversary, February 14th. um, of 2000. So Asha Degree was born August 5th, 1990. Oh, remember that boom I heard last night? A house got hit by lightning. And oh, did everybody get out safe, Otto? Hi, Babs. I hope everybody got out safe. Yeah, share gets 2 demerits. Nobody home, just moved in. Oh, goodness. That stinks. Cher has to write her name on the chalkboard 100 times. Thank you, crime. That's horrible, Otto. Just moved in. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, so Asha Degree she was born August 5th, 1990. She was 9 years old when she went missing on February 14th. Otto, you didn't like him. Um, and which is Valentine's Day, you know, and I thought, oh great, Valentine's Day. Um, but her parents were married on Valentine's Day. And this was in Shelby, North Carolina. Now, her dad worked second shift, and so he came home and he watched some TV. And the first video I watched was Lord and Arts. And he said that people made some comments, made a big deal about him. After he watched TV, he went to check on the kids before he laid down. What? What's so weird about that? I thought, what? Uh, I check, my grandkids stay with me. I check on them. I can't tell you how many times. Um, and my room is right around the corner from theirs. And I may be in my bed, you know, and but I'll get up several times, before I know that I'm, going to lay my head down the final time and check on them. What's wrong with him checking in on the kids? Well, anyways, so he checked in on them. They shared a room, and they were both in the room. And that was about 2:30. And so then her brother um, was wakened because he heard her moving around in the bed. But he thought she was just repositioning. So, he was just awake a little bit, and he dozed back off. And, I forgot one important thing. The power went out the night before and didn't come back on until midnight. So Um, the mom did not get to give the kids a bath. So she got them up early the next morning around 5:45 to draw a bath. Normally she'd get them up about 6:30. And she went in to wake them up. Asha was gone. And she went looking all over the house, couldn't find her. So she went to Asha's dad, and there was some panic. But he said, well, maybe she's at my mom's across the street. The grandmother lived across the street. They called, and their sister-in-law answered the phone, or his sister, her sister-in-law answered the phone and said, no, she's not here. And that's when real panic set in. And they called the police. The police were there by 6:40. Now, she's 9 years old. Okay, guys, keep this in mind because this bothers me. She packed a book bag with some sets of clothes, her basketball uniform. Hey, Christine. Her basketball uniform and some family pictures. And she was seen walking down Highway 18 in the heavy rain by a motorist and a trucker. And the trucker circled 3 times, turned around 3 times, and the third time he turned around and he was going to approach her. She ran off into the woods. Probably spooked her. So now on February 22nd, FBI and SBI, which is state police, got involved. They did find there was a shed back in those woods. They verified that she had been in that shed because they found a pen, a pencil, and a Mickey Mouse hair bow that was hers left in that shed. And that was on February 17th. Now, she lived a very sheltered life. The parents kept her very sheltered. They were church going. They didn't have a TV. The parents were concerned. The mother was concerned because the violence that was shown on the TV. It would show pedophiles and things like that. Same with the computer. There wasn't a computer in the house. Hi, Sapphire. How are you? Go ahead. Mom's using the ice maker. Hold on. Okay, Christine. And in Okay, then May of 2016, Ellie thought they had a break in the case because they thought she may have, she was seen getting into either a 1970s Lincoln Mark IV or a Ford Thunderbird. And in August 2001, they find her book bag buried at a construction site 26 miles away from Shelby, North Carolina. My thing is here, I'm going to give you all my opinion. 20 years old. Okay, the case is 20 years old today. Well, actually, it's 20 years, 2 months, and 27 days. I think it's really odd for a 9-year-old to run away. I also think that it's odd that these two people say they seen her, but they didn't call anybody at that time or the police. Was it really her that they seen? Did they really even see anybody? And if they did, why didn't they call anybody? I'm going to be calling somebody if I see a child at that time in a storm and then you see her things left in a shed. Just a few things. And then her book bag buried. Now, what's everybody else's opinion that's done their homework? Yes, and her mother said that she was scared to go outside. She was scared of dogs. She was scared to go outside. Um, Now, she was reading a book about kids running away. So, I mean, I know kids, they get mad at their parents and I'm going to run away. That was in one of the videos I watched. They usually don't stay gone long, especially at that age. They usually come right back. Yeah, if she ran away, why would her book bag be buried? Maybe a trucker took her. Maybe she went to shed for cover. Did she really ever leave the house? One trucker said he called it out on CB for other truckers coming up to watch out for her. That means whoever was on the ban knew. Right. Left her stuff there. If she ran away, why would her book bag be buried? Hi, Rosie. Okay. The one who saw her go to woods. Yeah, Sharon. Yeah, this is another frustrating case, guys. There's not a whole lot of evidence, of course. It's 20 years old. Her parents, though, have kept it going. Um, they do an annual walk every year, every single year. The Ellie's not letting a lot of info out. Another one of those cases. Um, did she ever really leave the house? That's a good one, Nico. I don't know. What Yorkshire tea? What are you thinking? What's your thoughts? Oh, candy wrappers found at shed too. Seems like she was there for sure. Or, I mean, you know, was that stuff just planted there to make people think? I mean, I don't know, but I'm thinking foul play somewhere, guys. Is there the one thing that Ellie said that this was premeditated? You know, she thought this through. She had her book bag packed. She planned this. We're talking back in 2000, a 9-year-old planning this, leaving, that time of, early morning, dark, in a storm, a little girl that is, by what the mother says, scared to leave the house. Right, 10, right. Is Yorkshire tea still here? Hope I don't think so. It's possible crime. It's just, I don't know, man. Why though? I, I mean, she was very, very sheltered and, but I mean, if this was a teenager, I could picture it more. I didn't see that lake, possibly. I didn't get all my research done. I was really into it. And then I got a little interrupted with the Daybell case. Um, and then my power went out. Yeah, that worries me. That worries me, Christine. In one of the videos I watched, that's what they might have mentioned, or they mentioned they may. That's a good point, 10. Oh, they brought dogs out. They brought dogs out too. They and couldn't pick up her scent. And something I found out, this was on Lord and Art's channel and the other channels, is that a lot of people thought, and I was one of them, that when it rains, the moisture covers up the scent for the dogs. But that's not true. It actually, they can pick up the scent um, better um, than when in the dry heat. I didn't know that. I thought it was harder for them. Like when they were searching for Paul Etter over there, it was raining and stuff. And I remember listening to the scanner, and they did say that was part of their problem because of the wet. But at the same time, they did have him barricaded in a barn, and he got away. So I don't know. I remember that. Um, August 5th, born in 1990, crime. Yep, that's what they said, Christine. Wet makes the scent stronger. That's good to know. I never knew that. I thought it weakened it. So you learn something new every day. That's my thought, Sapphire. I mean, today, kids are a lot smarter. Like my 8-year-old, her thought is like 13. But we're talking back in 2000. And, but even today, I mean, a 9-year-old, I mean, my granddaughter wouldn't think of doing, she would be too fearful to carry it out. And, like the mother said, she was scared to go out of the house, leave the house. She was scared to death of dogs. I can't picture this. Hold on, guys. Oh, no. Oh, great. That's wonderful. Well, he'll have to check that out when he gets home. I thought my mom fell or something. I think a tree limb fell, maybe on our house. But even if she did do this, I mean, even if, I don't know, she was lured maybe or something. I don't know. Maybe it's my criminal mind, but I think foul play somehow, somewhere. Whether it started at home or it started out there on the highway or in the woods. Um, I don't know, Lake. Not where I've seen so far. Okay, share. Yes, crime. They're not releasing much, and but they are still actively working on it. 20 years, they're still working on it. So, I mean, I can't say they don't have evidence. I'm just saying They're not saying if they have evidence. Yes, Nick. Very strange. Very strange. No, I don't think anybody has been questioned, Sapphire. And, they put those cars out there. Well, I imagine those cars have probably been gotten rid of by now. That's what Nico says, Christine. I hate to think that. That's possible. We all know that is. Exactly, like not until 2016, I think. Yeah, May of 2016. Wait a minute. Wait. At some point abducted. Yeah, May 2016. That's true, 10, unless, she's being held against her will and can't. And yeah, we don't know, Nick. We don't know what they have and what they don't have. Another one of those cases. Makes it very frustrating. Still, though, okay, so the trucker says he put it on the CB. Still, why not call the police? I mean, I don't understand. Why not call the police too? Or, like I said, did they really even see her? Or are they just trying to get, some people just insert themselves in cases, you know? Because like Nico says and Christine, did she ever leave the house? There's that possibility. So if she never left the house, then nobody really saw her. I just can't imagine driving down the road, seeing a child, and not calling the police. Oh, Christine, yeah. There's many people that like that. Many. Or held other children. And nobody. Was that the book about the runaways crime? Because she had been reading a book about runaways that were not hers, though. Yeah. I mean, that crossed my mind too. Did her and a friend plan it? Was she meeting a friend? Were they meeting at that shed, maybe? Okay. Thank you, crime. That's true too. Wouldn't have her friend spoke up and said, well, you know, even if she had to fib a little bit, not even put herself out there, but just say, well, she did tell me she was, I don't know, guys. It's frustrating. It's really frustrating. I just, and then on Valentine's Day, and then like I said, if her, I mean, if she did leave the house and the parents don't have anything to do with it, because there's the question, did she leave the house? It happened on their anniversary. Yeah, Christine, I know. That's just what he said. I mean, at first, I thought it was the regular motorist, but then they said it was the trucker. I thought that too. I mean, he had to, I don't know. My husband drives a truck, so, I mean, it'd be pretty hard to do that. I mean, he had to, like, go somewhere, like, in a lot and turn around. It was a highway. Oh, I hope a tree didn't fall on our house. Mm, crash our roof in. And not call the police. Exactly, 10. Exactly. As soon as I started reading it, I thought, oh, man, Valentine's Day. It was, Sharon. It was boom, boom. It was that way. That's what I thought. That's why I thought my mom fell. Mom said it sounded like a limb fell or rolled off. I hope it rolled off. So this, yeah, guys, this case is like, I know, Sharon. I know. It's been terrible, terrible windy today here, off and on. It's still, it's not real bad right now. But we haven't, it didn't rain today. It's just been windy. Right, Tan, you would think. It's just, it's weird. It's like, why did they bury that backpack there? Maybe to make them think that somebody from that construction site, had something to do with it. And they buried it in 2 trash bags. Yeah, Christine. Because people do that for whatever reason. I mean, I'm stumped. I don't know about you guys. Church construction site. Oh, Sharon. Oh, yeah. Well, so Nico and Lake or Christine, who was it? I wonder if she ever left the house. Do you care to elaborate then? Hi, bestie. It's okay. I'm surprised I got to make it on. Power was out in all of Carroll County. I mean, I think just about everywhere. Flora, Delphi, Camden, Burroughs, Bringhurst, Burlington, Cutler, Rockfield. Oh, okay, Otto. Okay, Christine. Well, I know a lot of things happen in foster homes, and I went to a very legalistic Baptist church too. Um, so, but I mean, well, what do we think though? I mean, if it's a, hi, Catherine, if it's a possibility she never left home, do we think both parents are, you know, involved? One parent, um, do you think she was rebellious? And I mean, there's a lot of ways we could, yeah. So, do we think she's there still somewhere? Possibly. He worked second shift, Sabrina, and then he got home and then he watched TV. Now, um, she, I also heard, I can't remember if this was on Lord and Arts or another channel. She was on the couch and Dad told her to go to bed. And then he watched some TV and then he checked on them. But they didn't call the police, crime. That's my issue with that. After the news story broke, they didn't call the police. Why didn't they call the police beforehand? That's my biggest issue with that. That's like that one Dateline episode we watched a while back with the shoe, the auto mechanic that found the shoe. He didn't call the police about the shoe until after it came on the news. And who picks up a darn shoe in the street anyways? Who stops when you're driving down the road and picks up a shoe? He did, but he didn't call the police about it until it broke on the news. That's why I have a problem with those two people saying they seen her. Why didn't they call the police before it broke on the news? That's my only issue with that. That is true, Christine. 9 and 10 years old of being molested. That is very true. Starting out, anyway. Yep, Sabrina. Me too. Yeah, Catherine. Oh, there's so many possibilities. Well, this was another case like I can't really remember all of it, but this girl had been murdered and the boyfriend got charged and then exonerated later, and I mean the cops totally botched everything, and they never did even go back and look at the evidence. But I like from the beginning I knew who did it because of these shoes. Her shoe was left in the road. I'd have to go back and look at it, but I remember us talking about it here in the chat. Some of us watched it. Hey, society. Is it windy there? I lost power. I didn't know if I was even going to be able to make it on tonight. But Lake Wright, who takes a shoe home? I mean, why? Who drives down the road and who sees a shoe? Who picks it up and takes it home? And then calls the police after the story breaks. That's just like this. I mean, it's like when you see a child walking, why don't you call the police? Why wait until after the story breaks? Nico, are you at all familiar with this case, Society? Well, I think a limb fell on my house. I'm not sure. I hope not, or rolled off or something. I hope it didn't do any damage. I don't know. Yeah, that's true, Catherine. I mean, we know so little. Anything's a possibility. Oh, I can picture that lake. Oh, man. I hadn't either. It was a request. I did as much research on it as I can, but it is very strange. Um, Not much to go on. Um, a lot of possibilities. Sad, of course. It's 20 years old. I do, though, I think no matter what, suspect foul play, I think. Even if she did leave on her own, somewhere along the line there was foul play. Yeah, Nick, I don't think so either. I really don't. Welcome back, Cher. It's definitely got me stumped. I know that. It before I watched any videos, I Googled it, and um, it wasn't the Wikipedia, it was something else. It was just this long, huge article, and I read it, the entire thing, and I was just like, wow, you know. The first thing, that got me was she was 9, society, 9 years old, and she went missing on Valentine's Day, and that's also her parents' anniversary. Well, actually, Bestie, what we found out was that the rain actually, they did bring the dogs on. They didn't pick up a scent, but what we found out is rain helps um, the dogs. Where at least I have always thought rain messes it up for dogs, it actually makes it better than the dry heat. I always thought rain um, ruins it because I remember when they were looking for Paul Eder, and they had him. I remember listening to the scanner, and they said that the rain was, it did help, it did hurt them. And they had him barricaded in the garage or in that barn, but he got away. So yeah, that really shocked me. But yeah, rain helps the dogs rather than hurt. Rosie, that's a good question. They are the parents do an annual walk still, and the police are still actively working. Lord Nark said the path to shed was also or near path to the school. She probably knew that shed there. I believe she was at the shed. Rosie, that's a good question. There's Yorkshire tea. Welcome back. That's a good point too, Yorkshire. Rosie, I don't think I would ever stop for my child or my grandchild. I really don't. That's a good question. Yorkshire, that's a good point. How did she wake herself up on time? So, what's your take on this, Yorkshire? Because I know you've really um, followed this case. You all are making really good points here. You all are making very good, interesting, points. Everything, 'cause there's so many possibilities. Yeah, Yorkshire. I mean, because LE's not giving anything. They're really not giving anything. And it's just, you know, I just can't fathom a 9-year-old. It's not impossible, okay? Anything's possible. So it's not impossible for a 9-year-old to sneak out and run away. But what? I mean, if she did, what was she running from? Those things were hers in that shed. By whose statements? The parents or by DNA? Or were they planted there? There's so many possibilities. Hey, Adam. And that's true too, Christine. But I hope he feels guilty for not calling the police if he really did see her. I just cannot believe that anybody would see her and not call the police. It makes no sense to me. Alive or deceased Yorkshire? Her family. Was she not happy at home or was more going on? Teacher would be a good witness to speak with about her parents and family life. That's right, Christine, right. Thank you for refreshing my memory. Well, and okay, Adam, thank you for coming. Right, Rosie. I was the same way. Like my grandma's house was huge. I was scared to go downstairs at night in the dark. Heck, my 12-year-old grandson one night he wanted to come upstairs to get a snack, and he it was kind of cute, He acted really funny at the stairs, I could see him, and I'm like, "What? What's the matter?" He's like, "It's just kind of scary." So I went with him. He's 12. A photo of an unknown little girl that looked similar to her. Huh, that's strange. Yeah, that's a possibility crime. I lost my train of thought for a minute. Can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, I know what I was going to say. You know, families usually looked at first, but were they at all? I mean, everything I looked at, I didn't see that they were at all. Oliver, come here, Bubby. Beagle's out there howling now. He wakes up the. Well, hello, Kanga. Hope you're doing well. I'm stumped, guys. I'm stumped. I don't know. I don't know. Possible Yorkshire. I know, Otto. That's my thought. I mean, no. I'm thrown, guys. I'm thrown. I hate to think, I do. I hate to think parents, but hey, it happens. It happens. I mean, man. I mean, dang, we just heard about the Daybell case today. There's the Stouch. There's the, I mean, cases all the time. Maybe that's why Ellie's not talking so much, but 20 years? I don't either, Nick. I don't either. I haven't seen it at all. I don't, but maybe there's a reason. I mean, that's a good point, Rosie. It is. I mean, I would probably, but can you guys hear that beagle? Parents, yep. Come here, Oliver, baby. Come here, sit with mom. Come here. Where you at? Where'd you go? Come here, baby. I know, like, that's what bothers me. They didn't call the cops. Yeah, yeah, they stayed home by themselves. Yes, Kanga, over and over. What do you think, Otto? You have an opinion? I know you're. Oh, I know. Never mind. You can't. You're picking up sticks. Well, normally Yorkshire. Um, yes, Bestie, they were. Normally Yorkshire. I said this earlier when I listened to Lord Nartz, and he was saying that people were making comments about that. Normally, I would say no, because I check on my grandkids when they're here over and over and over again. Um, you can ask my bestie. I've even told like several times before I finally lay my head down at night, just because, especially after the murders of Libby and Abby. Okay, but in this case, now that all possibilities are open and we are, it might be odd, yes. Right, like, I agree. I think he just inserted himself in this. I think maybe both of them did. That's what I think. Yes, Rosie. I do too. No, O'Brien was the brother, Otto. Oliver, I'm gonna have to shut the doors. Um, Asha was number 2. I know, crime. I can't remember either. If we did, it was probably those bag car phones. I know I don't think I did. I can't remember. I'm old. So, I mean, I don't know. So those things in the shed could have been planted there easily, right? Flip phones. Okay, we did. And yes, hey, Junie, I'm sorry. You just came in. Hope I didn't miss anybody else that came in and that I thought was already here chatting. I'm sorry, Junie. I'm rude. I'm just really stumped on this case. It's really, I think this one's like maybe the oddest one we've went over, maybe. Okay, Junie. I like that name, by the way. I still miss the other one, but I like that one. Um, yeah, guys, this one's really bugging me. And it bugs me more that we probably aren't going to know unless we're right that she never left her home and Ellie are on to something and that's why they're zipping their mouth. But how much longer before they do something, right? Well, crime, it makes sense, I think. It really does. Just because it doesn't make sense that those people saw her. Both of them, right? Both of them saw her but didn't call the police. Right, Yorkshire. I mean, it's possible, but I'm just, I don't know. I agree, Christine. Yeah, Rosie. I mean, I just can't believe they haven't questioned him though at all or interrogated him at all. Not one single time. I mean, like by now, or even after 5 years, 10 years, catch him off guard, you know? Yes, they are a crime, aren't they? That's a great opinion, Otto. Well, most of us didn't running until last night, or it was requested by Yorkshire and Chris G. It's very strange, odd. Thank you, Nick. Well, I wonder what all, if if any of the family, extended family, or any, if what they think. Son, jealousy. Uh, I mean, that's possible, Otto. It'd probably be harder to clean up though and cover up. I don't know, but that is possible. He was the firstborn. Oh yeah, that's a good point too, Christine. Oh, it was just requested for to do this do this case last night. Oh yeah, we did the Beavers case last night, but it was requested to do this case tonight. Well, that could be too. Man, see, there's just so many possibilities, you guys. It's not very far from Nico. It is, Christine. It is. Well, you guys don't have no homework tomorrow because I have a special guest coming on tomorrow, and you will want to be here because you'll just want to be here. Can't say no more. I'll give it away. Well, hello, Chris. What is your opinion on this case? We are stumped. We are stumped. Well, research. Research. I read a whole long thing, news videos, Lord Nart's really good, and just, yeah, good luck on that. radar was supposed to come meet me today. I said, what time? I asked her 3 times yesterday. She goes, I don't know, darling. I'll let you know in the morning. I didn't hear from her. But that's my radar. Plus, Fox, when my lovely community does research as well, it's wonderful. I'm sorry, Christine. I'm very sorry. Yeah, Lord and Arts is, I mean, he's really, really good. Absolutely, Kanga. Well, I usually start when I'm through the night, and then the next day, all day, I research. I got it a little interrupted today with the day bell, and then my power went out. But yeah, my research team. Share head, hangs head in shame. Exactly, society, exactly. I agree. Oh, that's right. They did. They did. They did. They brought dogs to try to get her sent to. That's right. That's right. I forgot. Thank you, Nico. My memory. Yes, my angels. It, oh, Oliver. I'm gonna have to do something about that beagle, guys. Well, I forgot incognito, so it's okay. So, and what is that, Chris? What do you think that is? I mean, what I might have missed that. That's true, Yorkshire. But how do we know she was wearing those? Because didn't Dad say she was in a night? See, I heard two different things. I heard she was wearing a nightgown. Then I heard she was wearing a white t-shirt and leggings when she was on the couch. So what if I'm stumped, guys? Well, they said canine dogs, Christine, didn't they? Or I mean, oh, I can't remember. Tracking. Okay. Better not, Otto. I'm telling you what, my power is out tonight. I didn't think I was gonna make it on here. So, well, Chris, What track is the FBI on? I didn't happen to see that. Do you think she left the house, Otto? Good point, Christine. They did. They described what she was wearing on the news. Yeah, Yorkshire. Good point, Kanga. See, you guys are just good. You're all giving awesome points and possibilities. And I mean, I'm just, okay, Rosie, good possibility. Is it 10? I just hear wind here, but not bad wind. Well, Sharon, they say they saw her in what the news reported her wearing, but they didn't call in until after news broke. And that's what bothers me. Why didn't they call the police when they saw her? It's crime's fault. Yeah, I did not get her notification. I didn't even know she was on. I didn't know Society was on either. I was researching and looking for other videos, and then she just popped up, and I'm like, oh, Society's on. Boom. I went in there. Yes, Catherine. Yeah, Chris. I have that in my notes. But that didn't come out until 2016. Okay, Christine. Yeah, it could have been any family accident, and then they flipped out. 2000, Fox, Valentine's Day, 2000. She was 9 years old. Yep, 20 years. What time did the brother see her? It was after the dad went to bed. Not sure if do we have a time on when the brother saw her. Right, Kanga, that's what I said. Now the trucker says he put it out on the CB, but why wouldn't you call the police? Agree, crime. Um, that's a good question, Society, because they didn't. Well, wait a minute. They found the. They didn't find the backpack until 2001. I mean, I guess the parents just knew that certain items were missing because she had sets of clothes in there, her basketball uniform. They did on the 17th of February, which was 3 days later, they found pencils, pen, and her Mickey Mouse hair bow in the shed. But, like I say, could have been planted there. Those motorists, Kanga, and Amber Alert. Can't remember. 10. Exactly, crime. Right, Yorkshire. Okay, Amber Alerts became active in 96. You would think so, Otto. I would think they would. CBs have police channel. Yeah, something's just not right here, guys. I don't know. And the police aren't saying much. And I don't know why. But they're still actively investigating. 20 years is a long time to carry a secret like that. I mean, if it's that personal, if it's family related. I don't know, Yorkshire. I didn't hear that or see that. True, Kanga. You think, Nico? Or you think they're just covering? You think they're covering up? You think they might know and they're covering it? Is that a small community? I don't think they really mentioned that in any of the videos. Maybe they did and I didn't catch it. I mean, I hate to think that, but I have to ask. It happens. I hope not, Chris. But some of this is not adding up to me. Why didn't those witnesses call the police? They wait until after it broke on the news. Either which way, though. Whether she really left home, whether she didn't, whether they seen her, whether they didn't, there's, in my opinion, there's definitely some foul play here. Right, Kinga? Well, 20,000 is larger than, the towns around here, but like I think like what, Cass County might be about that. I'm not sure. But I come from population that is probably now, golly, I don't even know what Lafayette is now, but it was around 100, 150,000. So 20,000 is small to me. Just crappy. Okay. I mean, I'm not sure what Logan is, really. I'm just guessing. I know it's way small. It's small to me compared to where I come from. 20,000 is way small to me compared to Lafayette. But yeah, it's definitely large than 1,400. So Chris doesn't think the family's involved. Well, that's a possibility, Yorkshire, because I think they either are lying, they didn't really see them, and are just inserting themselves in for their, moments of fame. Because why didn't they call the police? Why wait till after? Or, yeah, that's a good possibility. One or both could be possible suspects because most normal people, they see a child walking in those weather conditions and that time, they're going to call the police because it's not normal. But they wait until the news breaks. So, yeah, they're either lying, they didn't see anything, or, yeah, they are possible suspects. And actually, guys, I don't think any of us even mentioned that. Thank you, Yorkshire. And that could be a possibility. That could be a possibility, society. But they still called after the news broke. Gosh, I don't know, guys. I mean, I am so stumped. I mean, this case is something. Yeah, It's something, Fox. I don't think so, Kanga. Maybe. Yeah, that's a good point, Society. I mean, nowadays, yeah, yeah, you never know. Well, the mom woke up at 5:40 and 5:45 to draw baths, and that's when she noticed she was missing Kanga. And the dad last saw her at 2:30. Right leg. Okay, Yorkshire. Right, Chris. Well, normally they would get the kids up at 6:30, Rosie, they said, for baths for school, but the power was out that night, didn't come on till midnight, so they didn't get their baths. So they got them up early that morning for the baths. Well, the mom did. 26 miles away. Kanga is what I have wrote down. Is that what you had, Chris? Yes, Lake. You're welcome, Rosie. So, yeah, okay, 10, you have a good night. Rest well. Hey, guys, you know what? I'm just going to tell you. We were going to keep it a surprise, but we'll tell you. Society's going to be my special guest tomorrow, but we're not going to tell you what we're discussing. That is going to be a surprise. Love you too, 10 Toes. Thank you for coming. How'd you hear, Sharon? Yes. Society's going to be on tomorrow night. I'm so excited too. Nope, not Delphi. It's one of her cases that I don't know much about. She's doing Delphi Saturday or Friday. I can't remember. Is it Saturday, Society? Had a feeling. Well, hi, early riser. Saturday. Okay. I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. And I think crime is going to go live Friday, and Cold Truth is going Sunday. YouTube is busy this week. Well, you guys guessed right. I'm very excited. I'm not good at keeping secrets. Well, no, I take that back. Don't take that the wrong way, guys. I am very good at keeping secrets. I mean, when it comes to a surprise, I'm not very good at it. Oliver. Is it Otto? Well, I imagine it'll start raining here. Actually, Yorkshire, they're the ones that said, wait a minute, who's actually Rosie started that. Rosie did, because Oliver. He usually doesn't bark that much, guys, but I have a stray dog that um because one night I did a case and something happened, I can't remember, and we either couldn't something happened. I wasn't able to do that or I wasn't able to come on or something. And Rosie was like, "Oh, great." And I did my homework. So every night after that, that's what we call it. Yes, thank you for coming, early riser. I know, society. I almost said something in there too, and I bit my tongue. We both have such wonderful communities. We really do. Abducted by a trucker. And that's a good possibility, Chris, because I mean, that's where I was headed. But then, you guys, you all have given awesome possibilities. And right now, that's really all we have. Otto, that's it. I'm taking your wrench. Don't have any tomorrow, early riser. None. And then I won't be on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I might have my grandkids, but I'll be tuning in on Crimes Live. Saturday, I'll be on Societies Live watching, and Sunday, I'll be on Cold Truths watching. I usually take at least every other weekend off, and depending, I always try to I like to be on societies. If I don't take it off, I try to make sure and coincide, get on and off before my other favorite YouTubers go on. But I usually take every other off for sure because I might have my grandkids. But tomorrow there's no homework because society's coming on. Yes, great community of people. Absolutely. Really, Rosie? Wow. Yeah, Otto's losing his wrench. Yeah, I don't want those views, Nick. Yep, Kanga, I am. Okay, society, see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Get some rest, as you're busy too. Yeah, that was funny, like, wasn't it? That was hilarious. Tomorrow she's coming on my show, Crime. And then she's going live Saturday. She's having special guests, but I don't know who they are. Yeah, she's on Saturday. Cold Truth is on, Mel's on Sunday, and you're on Friday, right? Okay, Sharon. I'm going to stay on for a few minutes longer, guys. And then I have to fix supper because, I couldn't because the power was out. I know I'm typing slow. Sorry. I just put Mel. I hate that I missed Crime's live. Is it still up, Crime, so that I can go back and watch it on replay? I couldn't find it though. You're welcome, Crime. You're welcome, Rosie. You're doing a live Friday, Crime. So who are you doing it on? Are you doing it on Sebastian? Okay, good. It's up. So I'll go back and watch it. I mean, I can find it because I can just go to your channel, but I don't know why it didn't show up in my notifications. Got stalked by BG. That breaks my heart too. Guys, who do you want crime to work on Friday night? She does missing children, mental health, and behavior issues. Really, Kanga? Ugh. Well, these people that he is going after and that he is showing pictures of and stuff and accusing do need to file slander because it's, believe it or not, you know, they individually have to do that. They have to take matters into their own hands. Why people aren't, I don't know. But I'll tell you what, if it was me, I sure daggone would. Lake says the 3-year-old in Colorado. Godsey got a different one for every 6 hours. Behavioral problem plaguing MVT at crime. I wonder if they have or will. Maybe it's too expensive to pursue. Maybe. I mean, you shouldn't have to get a lawyer for that though. You should just be able to go in and file and defend yourself, I would think. I don't know though, Kanga. I can tell you this much though. The dude better not ever, because I got some real redneck hillbillies in Alabama. Family. It just dawned on me too. So what? He thinks because he's in Alabama and all these people he's picking on up here in Carroll County. I got family in Tennessee too, Nico. And I got redneck hillbillies around here. Sweet home Alabama. I can't sing. Oh, that one. That case is terrible, Christine. You know, there's a movie called Trafficked or Trafficking or something. I can't even watch it. I can't even watch it. Yeah, he was, Christine. Okay, crime. So that's what, okay. Sure, crime, go ahead. Yep, Lake. Now, Radar's got to get in gear because she wants to do the Amaya case. So she's got to get in gear. She's got ADD worse than I do. I mean, like way, way worse. She's got to get in gear for that. You're welcome, crime. Yeah, Christine. I can't even. I saw the previews and I couldn't even watch all the I was like, eh. I mean, it's hard to believe, there's some things I can't watch, even though I am so drawn to true crime. There's some things I just cannot. Yeah, Kanga, I know. I'm waiting for Sharon to come back, and then I'm going to say goodnight, guys. I am starving. And I know my doggy's got to go potty. Yeah, Otto. Yes, crime, you do. I'm so sorry, Christine. Hopefully, Kat will join us tomorrow. I'm going to send him a message. Really, Yorkshire. Did they call the police? You're welcome, Otto. Um, I used to watch MVT in the beginning. I mean, I thought he was good in the beginning. I really did. And I really thought he was making some good, you know. And then, man, after he made that one video with JM, I don't know. And then I quit watching him. I only watch a few. I've only got a few faves. And unless I'm researching. I know, like, how convenient, Yorkshire. My computer has it on here, Christine. But before I just used my other computer did too, but I didn't like it, so I used Oh, because my mic on my other computer wasn't that. So my son brought me it was just a Logitech webcam that had a mic built in, and I plugged it into my computer and it just picked it up. Really, Nick? Oh yeah, Christine. He does all the time. It's minivan traveler. That's what it's under. But he has no idea what he's talking about. He doesn't have his facts straight. Honestly. He talks on Delphi. And you'll know that because you've researched a ton. Were you on his lawn? Really, Christine? Um, he might early riser, but Mike Cunningham does mostly. He trolls a lot of people, though. MVT does. Really, Christine? Shame, shame on him. Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, he is, Christine, but he doesn't know anything. He's got it all messed up. I mean, I don't watch him. I've just, like, somebody might message me and say, you know, well, I think it's the opposite. I really do, Nico. I mean, really, why wouldn't you call 911? I don't think Sharon's coming back, guys. I think she might be busy with her grandson. Exactly, Kanga. That's really out there. Uh-oh, Christine is raging. Yeah, crime, something. Well, guys, I am going to say good night. I've got to get supper fixed. It is almost 11. I'm hungry. I'm sure my mama is hungry. I've got to let my dogs out. It has been wonderful, even though this case has our heads spinning. But I thank you guys so much for coming. You guys are wonderful. You know that already, don't you? I'll see you tomorrow night, though, right? With Society. You all are awesome. Thank you, guys. I love you all. You have a good night. And I'll see you tomorrow. God bless.